Hello students, good morning to you. Today we will start the concepts of money and banking. So let's get start. Student, in the beginning of the civilization, human needs were simple and there was direct exchange of goods. The direct exchange of goods is termed as barter system. So thus barter system means the direct exchange of one commodity for another. For example, a farmer receives cloth from the weaver in exchange of his surplus wheat. So on the other hand, a weaver receives wheat from the farmers by giving him surplus clothes. In this way, the requirements of both the person for both the goods are adequately met. So, barter economy can thus be termed as CC economy. So, students, CC economy refers to commodity for a commodity exchange economy. So, exchange of surplus between parties could be referred to as a barter system in simple way. So we have to start from the water economy. Water can be taken place in three forms, that is goods to goods, goods to services, services to services. Now we start the difficulties or limitation or shortcomings of water system. In the process with the process of civilization, the numbers of goods and services to be exchanged had increased, so this created difficulties and inconvenience in the ways of direct barter system of exchange. So there are the different difficulties or drawbacks of barter system. So first drawbacks of barter system is double coincidence of wants. Student, double coincidence of wants means barter system can only work when both the persons are ready to exchange each other's goods, but usually these types of double coincidence is rare, especially in modern times. Suppose there is a farmer, a weaver, and a shoemaker in a country who produces wheat, clothes, and shoes respectively. Suppose the farmer wants cloth but not shoes. Similarly, the weaver wants shoes but not wheat, and the shoemaker wants wheat but not cloth. So, it is a situation in which the farmers, the weavers, and the shoemaker is unable to find a seller who exactly wants the commodity, so that they are willing to exchange, and this is termed as lack of double coincidence of want. Second difficulties of shortcomings of barter system is difficult to store. So it is very difficult to store wealth for future use. Most of the goods like wheat, rice, cattle, etc. are likely to deteriorate with the passage of time or involve heavy cost of storage. So further, the transfer of goods from one place to another place involves huge transport cost. So transferable of immovable commodities, that is house, farm, land, etc. become almost impossible. Next is the indivisible, that is the lack of divisibility. So there are many goods which are not divisible. If somebody wants to exchange his horse for a pair of shoes, how can he then divide his horse? Hence the exchange become impossible. Next difficulty or shortcoming is lack of common measures. So different commodity are of different values. So there is no common measure of value under the barter system. In this situation, it is difficult to decide in what proportion are the two goods are to be exchanged. And the last one is the difficulty in deferred payments. So students, there is no stability in the prices of the goods. Qualities of different units of a types of goods also does not remain the same. So it is very difficult to make deferred payment in the forms of goods. So the solution taken by people to overcome the lapses they face in barter system is money. So now we start the concept of money. Student, money is any item that is generally acceptable in exchange for goods and services. or economists define it is something that serve as a medium of exchange, a unit of accounting, and a store of value. Or in simple language, we have to say money is anything that is generally acceptable as a mean of exchange and at the same time act as a measure and as a store of value. So there are different qualities of money or characteristics of it. We have to say features of money, that is a general acceptability, durability, portability, divisibility, limited in supply, stability, homogeneous or identical. These are the different qualities of money. Now we have to start the functions of money. So this flowchart shows functions of money in modern times. We have to say in modern times money performs a number of functions. So these functions are broadly classified into two categories. A is the primary function, that is a basic function, and second is a secondary function, that is a derivative functions. So primary functions is again divided into two parts, that is a medium of exchange, and second is a measure of value. Similarly, secondary function is divided into two types, that is a store of value and standard of deferred payment. Now we have to start explanation of these functions of money. First function of money is the medium of exchange, that is the primary functions of money. So medium of exchange is very important function of money. Any commodity can be purchased or sold through the medium of money. So in other words, money becomes the representative of general purchasing power. So it is this function of money which has made the work of exchange very easy. Hence, money as a medium of exchange removes the problem of double coincidence of wants. Second function, that is the primary function of money, is the as a units of account or measure of value. So money serve as a common measure of value or a standard of value. Values of all goods and services are exposed in terms of money. For example, the price of a pen is rupees 5. Similarly, the price of a book rupees 10, and the price of sugar as rupees 15 per kg. So daily wage rate of a laborer as rupees 50, etc. Thus, when the values of all the commodities is expressed in terms of money, so it becomes easier for everyone to compare the relative values of any of the two commodities. Thus, a very important function of money is to serve as a unit of value. Now we start the secondary functions or derivative functions of money. First one is the as a store of value. Student, though wealth can be stored in the forms of physical goods, people like to hoard in the forms of money. It is the most economic and convenient way of hoarding. So, a person who is accumulating money in really accumulating goods and services. So, a store of value implies the shifting of purchasing power from the present to the future. It enables peoples to save a part of their current income and store it for future use. So, money provides a link between the present and the future. Second function is as a standard for deferred payment. Money serves as the measure by which the values of future payment is regulated. So in modern economic system, loans are generally given and taken, and the repayment is generally postponed for a future date. So future payment cannot be made in terms of physical goods because the values of these goods are liable to change. So money is therefore used as a standard of deferred payment. I hope you understand the concept of barter system and functions of money. Thank you, students.